used to really like this book because it has some scary stories that are apparently based on true events. So that's your guys' opinions on whether or not these are real or fake, but I'm going to be reading the first one. So let me know if you guys want to hear me read out loud more stuff, and I will be sure to do that. It's called The Scary States of America by Michael Teitelbaum. This is just some intro stuff. This first story is from Alabama, and it's called The Hitchhiker. What I learned in history class. Man walked on the moon thanks to the state of Alabama. The rocket used by Apollo 11 was designed, built, and tested at the Marshall Space Flight Center in Huntsville, Alabama. A story you won't find in your textbooks. Most of the stories I've collected have been sent to me by the people who experienced them or by my paranormal blogging buddies from all over the United States, who are always shooting me emails packed with weird stuff that's happened to them or people they know. But I have traveled a little, and wherever I've gone, I've looked for strange and unexplained. A few of those times it's come looking for me, like the time I was in Alabama visiting my cousin Rich. I really like my cousin Rich. He's a few years older than me, and we couldn't be more different. But he's always been nice to me when he's come to visit, and I've gone to Alabama to spend more time with him. Rich is a total jock, you know, captain of his high school football team, a big, strong guy. All the things I'm not. But I mean, he's not a jerk like some of the jocks in my school. Maybe it's because he's my cousin, but we always have fun together. Rich has just gotten his license the last time I'd visited, so he wanted to drive everywhere. We were tooling around in his beat-up palm of a car when it started to get dark. It was raining pretty heavy, so I'd figured we'd head for home, but Rich had other ideas. Heavy rain beat steadily down the windshield as we wound along the dark country roads. The thick forest creeps in close in Alabama. It got real hard to see between swipes of the windshield wipers. "Can you see where you're going?" I asked. "Sure," Rich said, squinting out the window. "Absolutely." Yeah, I thought, you've only been driving for a month and you think you're ready for NASCAR. But I kept my mouth shut. Suddenly, I saw the headlights flash across something on the side of the road. "What's that?" I cried, squinting through the rain. "I think there's a person out there." "Where?" Rich said, leaning forward in the driver's seat. "I can't see anything in this rain." "Good thing you're driving then, huh?" I said, pointing. "There, look." On the side of the road, in front of what looked like an old factory, stood a tall figure with its thumb outstretched. "Hey, you're right," Rich exclaimed. "It's just a hitchhiker. Look at the poor guy. He's getting drenched. We should stop." "Stop," I cried. "What do you mean, stop? You mean pick him up? But what if he's dangerous? What if he's not even human?" Okay, so I had recently read a story about a demon hitchhiker who drained the blood out of his victims. "You believe all that junk?" Rich asked as he put on his right turn signal. I felt my heart pound as the car slowed. "That was funny when you were 9, Jason, but come on, dude, you're 12. It's time to outgrow all that Halloween stuff," Rich said, poking me in the ribs. "Besides, look at him. He's just a kid." Rich pulled over onto the shoulder and stopped. I did not like the scenario one bit. Even if the kid turned out to be normal, that never pick up hitchhikers rule was one I didn't want to break. Thank you very much. Anyway, what the heck was a kid doing out on a night like this? Rain beat down hard on the hood of the car. Steam rose off the heated metal. I thought my heart was going to leap from my chest. My palms got all sweaty and I started to breathe real fast. The hitchhiker approached the car. With each step, my panic grew and images of serial killers answers flashed in my head. Would he have a gun or an axe, or a chainsaw? Would he kill us instantly, or maybe torture us slowly and painfully? He crept along the shoulder, passing in front of a rusty chain-link fence that surrounded the abandoned factory. Reaching our car, he slowly grabbed the handle of the back door. My nerves were on fire, and it took every ounce of restraint not to scream. I could almost count the raindrops splattering on the windshield. It felt like hours had passed since we'd stopped. Who is this guy? Why is he moving so slowly? Jason, just chill, would you? Rich said. He must have sensed my fear, or maybe he'd heard my heart pounding. I heard the metallic click of the handle, then the creaky whine of the back door opening. This is it, I thought, my mind racing with the image of a masked hitchhiker sawing off Rich's limbs. With a sudden jerk, the hitchhiker thrust his head into the car. I spun around in the seat, ready to confront a demented psychopath. But Rich was right. The hitchhiker was a teenager, just a few years older than me, maybe even the same age as Rich. He had short red hair and was wearing a blue shirt and black jeans. Thanks for stopping, he said, wiping the rain from his eyes. He was nervous and jittery, shifting from one foot to the other. My name's Frank. Could you take me home? It's Building 7, Apartment 14, in the Carver Park Housing Project. I haven't seen my mom and my little brother in 6 weeks, and I really miss them. My weirdness meter shot up to the max. Where has this kid been for 6 years that he hasn't seen his family? Why is he standing out here in the pouring rain? I could sense that even Rich was getting creeped out by the guy. Sorry, we're not going all the way to Carver Park, Rich explained. We're stopping on Highland Avenue. Please, the hitchhiker pleaded in a strained voice. Please take me home. My mom is waiting for me. She's worried. Just peel out, Rich, I thought, wishing he could read my mind. Take off. Go. I can take you as far as Highland Avenue, Rich said. Maybe you can get another ride from there. Are you nuts? Maybe he's not a demon, but this guy has mass murder written all over him. I shot Rich a look. This is no time to be brave, Mr. Tough Guy. The hitchhiker nodded, then slipped into the back seat. Rich signaled left and pulled onto the road. I stared straight ahead, trying to pretend there was no one in the back seat. So, Rich began, what brings you out in the middle of nowhere on such a miserable night? Take me home, the hitchhiker insisted, ignoring the small talk. My mom is waiting for me. I have to go home. His tone grew angry. Then he leaned forward in the back seat, and I smelled alcohol in his breath. From the expression on Rich's face, I could tell he did too. The hitchhiker began to groan, as if he was in pain. His voice filled the car, so I heard nothing else. No rain, no engine, no radio. Just a low animal moan, like a beast preparing to attack its prey. I saw that Rich was finally realizing what a big mistake he'd made. I'd only hoped we both lived long enough for me to say, I told you so. You okay, dude? Rich asked nervously. I have to get home, the hitchhiker shouted. Take me home now, or it will be too late. Then he reached over and grabbed the shoulder of Rich's varsity jacket. The car swerved as Rich flinched. The tires squealed on the wet roadway. Rich fought for control of the car. My strapping football hero cousin was gripping the steering wheel so tight that his thick knuckles were white. I had never seen Rich scared of anything. Now his face was pale with fear. Maintaining his grip on Rich's jacket, the hitchhiker reached for his other hand into his own pocket, fumbling for something. He's got a knife, or a gun. As the hitchhiker pulled the weapon from his pocket, Rich turned the steering wheel hard to the right and slammed on his brakes. We skidded onto the shoulder, screeching to a stop. That's it, Rich shouted, balling his left hand into a beefy fist. Get the hell out of my car. As Rich spun around to bash the guy's face in, the hitchhiker's weapon dropped on the front seat between us. I looked back. To my shock, the seat was empty. Where did he go? Rich asked, looking out the window. The rain came down in sheets. There was no other noise, and no sign of the hitchhiker. Whoa, Rich cried. How could he have gone out without opening the door? I inspected the back seat. The guy had simply vanished. I don't get it, said Rich as the color returned to his face. Guys don't just vanish. Sometimes they do, I thought, but I What do you want? I'm looking for Frank, I said. Tears welled up in her eyes. I'm sorry, she stammered. Frank is dead. My son was killed 6 weeks ago. I felt the weird nervous rush I get when I know I've uncovered the paranormal. Now I knew the hitchhiker had been a ghost. I glanced past the woman in her apartment and sure enough spotted a photo of